Yeah, it's me, Dave. It's 4/16/2020, so I thought I'd do a little video tonight. It is Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday, thank God. So I was just thinking about stuff, thinking about, I took a nap earlier and I was thinking, how in the heck am I still here? Really thinking, how in the heck am I still alive? After all the stuff I went through. My program is really unbelievable. And stuff, and I want to share a little bit more with you guys. I kind of did a video on this quite a while ago, maybe a year ago or something. But I want to show you the treatment center I was at. I was at, the second time I was in the psych ward. I was in there for 5 weeks. It was all filled with perps. I was being perped the whole time. They were validating and verifying their technology and all this stuff the whole time I was in there. Well, they committed me. I had to go in front of a judge, and they brought the court right to the hospital. We had the court right at the hospital. Everyone was involved. Judge, all the county workers, everyone was involved. They were all against me. My lawyer was involved. He's like, no matter what you do, you're gonna lose. No matter what you do, you're gonna lose. And I had one of the best lawyers for this commitment and stuff. They were paying him like $350 an hour. I had one of the best lawyers. He was supposed to be the best. And he was like, whatever you're gonna do, you're gonna lose anyway. So they were all involved. He said part of a skit even. It was unreal. He's like group home. That was one of my skits. Because they said they were gonna put me in a group home and whatever. They said they were gonna put me everywhere, pretty much. Every day of the week, I had a different skit they were doing when I had V2K. So he said part of a skit, and I went through the process. I went through the court, and they did a commitment on me, a 6-month commitment on me. And I didn't know anything about commitments or anything. I didn't know they went on your permanent record and stuff like that. Well, mine, they did it differently. I forgot what it's called now, but basically they said that it wouldn't go on my record, and they said that if I mess up somehow, then the commitment will start all over again from the beginning. So they sent me to a treatment center for 3 months in inpatient treatment center, I guess you could call it. A lot of these people, it was full of perps. But technically, in reality, it's a place where people go for drugs and alcohol and all this other kind of stuff, but they deal with mental illness too. So they sent me to this place. They're not going to offer me help. I'm a target. So they filled it with perps, and they were verifying and validating their technology 16 hours a day. They must have had 10 perps in there. It was an old mansion. On the website here it says it can hold up to 16 people. So I know it had a lot of bedrooms. It must have 16 bedrooms, a 4-bath mansion, old mansion. I'll show you a picture of it here in a second. And they had all perps. I was getting tortured, and they were torturing me too, besides verifying their technology. I didn't know they were verifying their technology until just recently. I look back, and now I look back on it, and it's like, yeah, they were verifying their technology every time they were banging. Every time somebody would bang, and they would put a thought in my head and bang, they were verifying their technology all day long, all night long. It started at 8 o'clock in the morning until 10 at night. 10 or 11 at night. And I was being tortured too. I would wake up in the morning, grab a cup of coffee, and they would start torturing me really, really bad. They would throw my balance off, hit me in the head with microwaves, throw my balance off, and stuff like that. They even hit my brain stem, which was really, really painful. And they were giving me all kinds of frequencies, all kinds of different frequencies to bring out certain behaviors. They were trying to get me angry. They were trying to get me to fight, almost fist fight with some of these perp residents. You know, they were trying to get me to fight and bring out rage and anger and all this stuff. And they were doing everything to keep me isolated also. You know, I didn't have my freedom at first, but then later on, you kind of earned your freedom. And when that happened, I was trying to stay away from there as much as possible. I was going to my mom's, you know, taking the bus to my mom's and visiting her, visiting my dogs and stuff like that. And I was trying to stay away from there as much as possible. But they would have anger management meetings and all these meetings several times a day, you know, and stuff. And they had a cook there, you know, they would cook meals and stuff like that for us, you know. But they were all perps. It was unreal. They were all perps. They took this place over, filled it with perps, took it over, and they had everyone working in my program. You know, some people say they have an earpiece in and they're being told what to do and stuff like that. I don't necessarily believe that. In my program, my perps got V2K, you know, synthetic telepathy. They got V2K to tell them what to do and tell them how to act and all this stuff. You know, they were trying to provoke me constantly. Anyway, I'm going to show you a picture of this place. It's an old mansion. There it is. It's that's the place that I was at for 3 months. I mean, it's a beautiful old house, you know, old mansion. We got a lot of old mansions around here, huge houses like that. And excuse me. So I was at that place for 3 months, 90 days, and it was unreal. I was being tortured. You know, it was unreal. And it was 16 hours a day. They would let me sleep at night, but as soon as I woke up, I was being tortured. They were throwing my balance off. They were, like I say, you know, the magnetic pole is so strong on your head. They can almost throw you around with it if they want to. You know, so they were knocking my balance off and just knocking everything off. You know, I was like falling all over the place sometimes in the morning. And then a couple times they hit my brain stem. And that was super, super, super painful when they would do that. I got tortured unbelievable in that place for 3 months. Every single day. They did not give me a day off. I was being tortured constantly. You know, and they were always banging and all this stuff, and they were trying to provoke me, trying to get me to fight, almost physically. Fight, you know. You know, I mean, there were some guys had false teeth. One guy had false teeth. He was a bigger guy, you know. One morning, you know, he came downstairs to a meeting and took his teeth out. And they were trying to provoke me, and he started to say something about me. And they were like, I gotta cut this off.